we go. Let's give it a couple minutes.
Here's some questions.
Okay. All right, here we are. We're a little late, fashionably late. That's definitely our track record. But we made it. And we want to play a little game with you called 8 Questions to Awareness. And, something that I've been talking about throughout the week is about how there's no one else like us but us. And that's your superpower, right? And to really understand that we all have different lenses. And it's because we have different lenses that we are who we are. And one of the greatest ways to creating awareness is when you really understand how someone else can look at the very same thing that you're looking at. And someone else can be experiencing the same thing that you are experiencing with them. But each of you can have 2 very different answers, responses, and what I like to call the story that's going on in your head. Like what you're hearing, what the voices in your head telling you, what your belief system's telling you, what the way you were raised is telling you, what your heart's telling you, what the things that make you happy are telling you. My little guy's telling me that he wants to get some snacks. So we're gonna take some. You be nice. We're gonna take a moment to let you guys grab maybe a pen and paper so that you can play along with us and answer the questions. Throw them up in the comments and play along and just notice how different all of our answers are. Okay? And you know what? I'm gonna bring this a little closer because then we can read the comments better. Okay. All right. Hey, Jason. We miss you too. Jason Rude. Okay, so that's going to be the biggest challenge, but you have to put your glasses on. Because if I have my glasses on, then I can't see what we're doing. But if he puts his glasses, so that's the whole thing, like about getting older, the whole glass thing.
Yeah, it's the whole thing.
Anyway. Okay, so where's the questions? So you guys ready? Do you have your pens and papers and get your honey or your kids or whoever? It doesn't matter if you're in a relationship or not. It doesn't matter. This is about really understanding that people have different lenses, right? So we're going to ask the same question and hoping that you all answer on your own and let me know what you're thinking. Throw up in the comments. Okay, so the first question is, what are you thinking right now?
How the hell did I let her talk me into doing this right now on Facebook Live? That's what I'm thinking right now. How the hell did I get myself into this?
And I'm thinking, I wonder if anyone's going to play. Do you think anyone's going to play?
I don't know, maybe.
All right, 2 different lenses, 2 different answers. So what was your answer? What are you thinking now? I can't wait to hear this one. Okay, so the next question is, I lost the questions.
There we go.
Okay, here's a good one. Are you ready? Do I look fat? Have I gained weight?
First thing that comes to my head is be careful how you answer that question, because if you answer it too quickly and tell her how hot she actually is.
Why do you have to assume this is a girl we're talking to?
Oh,
men have as many body image issues as women.
I thought you were asking me that question.
That just tells that the story goes.
So the first
it's a
you had,
girl.
correct me if I'm wrong, but this was, what's the first thing that comes to your head?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's the first thing that comes to my head. Answer that question carefully, slowly, and concisely, not too fast.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're too fast, she's going to think you're just answering it too quick.
Mm-hmm.
She's not going to believe her answer. If you're too slow, she's going to wonder, what the fuck is he thinking about? Why does he have to think about it? When you got to think about it? So this is a very, very delicate area for males. So that's the first thing that comes to my head. What comes to yours?
Well, that's a tricky question because I stare at bodies all day long for a living. And so when someone asks me that question, I, of course, go right to their best feature, and I will say like, oh, let's not, I try to, you know what? My first response would be to redirect. I avoid the answer.
You avoid the answer. There's
totally
the truth.
avoid the answer.
There's the truth.
That's what it is.
That's good. That's good. Can you teach me how to do that? So I would really like to avoid that answer.
You're pretty good.
I would really like to know that.
Okay, what's your answer? Does anyone else have any answers out there? Okay, so we're playing this game, 8 questions to awareness, and it's a great game that just asks very general questions, and by each of our answers, it's very clear as day that because we're 2 different people, we have very different answers, right? And being aware of that is very powerful and healing, right? So the first question was, in case you guys are just chiming in, the first question was, what are you thinking right now? What are you thinking right now? The second question is, do I look fat? Have I gained weight? The third question, let's see what y'all have to say about this one. I'll be ready in 5 minutes. He thinks everything I say is fine.
First thing that comes to my mind is that's hilarious. So 5 minutes means about 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm doing woman math right now, or boyfriend math. I'm doing the math to figure that out. So 5 minutes means I probably got about 15, 20 minutes still left. So I'm gonna now this is the time where I gotta actually start loading the car and things getting ready, and then give her another 10, 15 minutes. First thing that comes to my mind.
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind when I hear that is, shit. Okay, you can do this. Grab your makeup. You'll do your makeup in the car. Put your shoes on. Thank God you picked out what to wear. Yeah. That's what comes to mind for me. I'm usually trying to pull that off.
And that usually takes about 15, 20 minutes. Just to be exact. 5 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. So it's a multiple of 3 to 4.
Oh, okay. Well, there you have it. What was your answer? Who's got? No, I'll go outside in 15 minutes if Jason agrees. He had the same answer.
What was the answer?
He had the...
I'll go outside and wait 15 minutes.
I don't know how to say yes, but I know that you hear us.
Yep.
We're trying to figure this out.
Jason knows.
Hey, we figured this is better than what's going on Netflix right now, because by now you've watched everything, so what the hell you got to lose right now?
And if you haven't, give us some Netflix tips. And Jason, if you could think of anything that I haven't watched, please send it my way. We're hurting over here.
He just gave a shout out for a Netflix show.
True? Okay. Is that the name of the show? True? Can't read. Yeah, I think it's True. All right, go.
The show is called True?
Is the show called True?
Why are you talking to the phone?
I don't know. Like, I need to answer me, Jason. I don't know how this whole thing works. Okay, go ahead.
This is good stuff. Okay, so let's go through the questions. The first question was, what are you thinking right now? The second question, do I look fat? Have I gained weight? I shouldn't point to myself, that assumes me, but whatever. The third question, I'll be ready in 5 minutes. Question number 4. It's that time of the month.
Okay, first thing comes to my head. These are all, again, precautionary things when it comes to men. So what means I need to be extra careful with my words over the next couple days, because who knows what the fuck could set her off. And then second, I'm really glad that I bought that mattress cover for the bed just in case. We're trying to be honest, right? That's the first thing that comes to my head.
Wow. Well, would you like to? Is there anything else in your head?
That's it. That's what comes to my head. Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't even know what's coming into my head, because now I'm thinking of a million other things. Okay, so it's that time of the month. When I hear what is that time of the month, I honestly think of it's time to invoice, it's time to pay rent, and when I guess the only other time is when I think about it for myself, like, oh, it's that time of the month. I'm going to have to go to work like that. No sex for a week. Like.
So Jason said no sex.
Just kind of like.
See, I'm trying to work through that. I don't want to actually admit that might not happen.
No, and to be honest with you,
I don't know. I was trying to work through
that's
that.
what I'm dealing with, people. That's what I'm dealing with. So, yeah, it's that time of the month. I guess if I think about that in true awareness, it makes me feel negative. Like, I don't really go, it's that time of the month, and I'm like, woohoo, it's that time of the month. I don't have that feeling about that whole thing. So, go figure. So what it comes up for you? What is the story you're saying in your head when you hear it's that time of the month? And I know that some of you guys are just starting to wave in and say hi. We're playing a game, 8 questions to awareness. We've gotten through the first 4 questions. And basically, it doesn't matter what your gender is, your age, if you're in a relationship or not, just answer the questions as to the first thing that comes in your head when you hear these questions. And the first question is, oh no, I lost them.
You gotta go.
I got it, I think. Maybe, I don't know.
It's way up there.
Okay. Oh boy. The first question was, what are you thinking? Let me see if I can remember that.
You make some shit up while I figure it out, while I find it.
The second question was, did you find it?
It's coming. Here we go.
Do I look fat? Have I gained weight? The third question is, I'll be ready in 5 minutes. The fourth question is, it's that time of the month. Okay, question number 5. Are you ready? Everyone got their pen and pencils out? I want you guys to answer. Jessica and Reed, you guys better be playing along. Tammy, play along with us. You guys will love this. Answer these questions. Who else just joined in? Hey, everybody. Yes. Okay, good. Jason, you keep quiet over there. All right. Number 5. This is a good idea earlier, but now after the last way the story going on his head, I'm getting nervous.
You don't want to know what's going on?
I mean, I don't know. I thought I did.
Idea. Good or bad, it's your idea.
Okay. During a fight with your friend or your partner, your friend or your partner goes out with some friends without you.
Wait, with my friend or with my girlfriend? You gotta get more specific on this. I don't care if my friend goes out with his friends. So are we talking about my girlfriend going out with her friends?
All right, so you're in a fight. Yeah, you're in a fight with your partner. How's that? That felt good?
Okay.
All right, you're in a fight with your partner, and he or she goes out without you during that fight. How do you feel? What comes up in your head? What's the story you're telling?
I'm definitely feeling some kind of way. I don't know what that is.
What's the story you're telling?
If I'm being honest, I'm feeling
Please
some kind of way.
go, he says. Please go. Yes, you are a smart man.
I'm gonna say, hey, just to be honest, I'm gonna say that.
No.
But I'm still gonna be feeling some kind of way about it.
So you're gonna say no. So you
I'm gonna try to be cool about it.
And by the way, the rule is it's not what you do. Because everybody might do, there's a lot of people might do what's differently than going on in your head. The question is, what's going on in your head? So don't even worry about what you actually do, just what comes up in your head.
Okay, well that's what I said.
So what? What did you say? I was so busy talking. Story of my life.
I just said I don't know how I'm going to feel because I'm not in that position right now, but I would definitely feel some kind of way about it. I don't think I'd be happy.
All right. I would have to agree. The first thing that comes out in my head is, how could he? How could he go along? But then a part of me knows how important it is sometimes to do that. And so I guess if it depends on who you are with. Because if you were with somebody that I knew was a good person and in a good place in their life, I would feel great about you being with them. And would know that it would be good for your heart, right? But if you were with some friends that I don't think have a good talk track, then I would totally feel threatened. That would probably come up in me. Threatened, hurt. I guess that was my answer. Woo!
That was a long answer. I guess it would depend on who you're
going
out with.
Yeah, space works.
Space works.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it would really definitely depend on who you're going out with. If you're going out with a bunch of you know, again, like you said, people that you are familiar with, you're
Mhm.
comfortable with, you know their husbands, you know their families, chill, cool. If she's going out with all of her scandalous, freaking single-ass friends that you know are fucking shady as fuck, then you'd be pissed off, right? So I think that.
Why do you assume people that are single are shady as fuck?
I didn't.
You don't- wait.
I didn't say
Do you
everybody.
not have single people in your
No,
life
no.
that are not shady?
That's not what I was saying. I was saying her shady friends. I wasn't talking about my friends. My
That's a
friends
lot of
are all.
talk track going on in your head. All right, I think it's time for a new question. Wait, hold on. Wait, what? If you're connected about fidelity, you have other issues to address.
Exactly.
If you're concerned, see, my eyes are not good. Oh my God, I just.
Good point, Jason. Good point.
Yeah.
Valid point.
Yeah, so it's getting to a place of knowing, and that's a whole nother space of awareness. Because when you're aware of what comes up in you and you can get underneath that and heal with your partner or your friendship, then when things like that come up, you know that you can trust each other and there's an awareness of that trust.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Good stuff.
Okay, so back to our questions. Number 6.
Number 6.
All right. Are you ready? What are the plans for the holidays?
Oof. First thing that comes up to me is she asking me that question because she wants me to plan it.
Wait, what if your kids asked you that question? Why is it always about me?
Because you're the one saying it, so it feels like you're asking me this question. That's how I'm attached to this because it's coming
All
from
right.
you.
I'll take
So
it.
if you're asking me that question, I'm like, well, why is she freaking asking me this question? Because she's the one that always plans the holidays. So is she now trying to like put it on me this year? I'm feeling pressure from that question. That's number one. Second, I'm thinking, okay, I love the holidays. Fuck yeah, what are we doing for the holidays? So I flip to that. And then thirdly, I'm thinking, what the fuck is this going to cost? Because it was expensive as fuck last year. And we did a lot of shit. And it was crazy. Are we going to be able to pull it off again? Jason, you need to come to our party this year. Anyways, yeah, that's what comes up for me.
Okay. All right. So I have a really, really, really different response.
Go figure.
I love the holidays, so I get super triggered on like the up. I get really inspired. I'm like, I don't know, what are we gonna do for the holidays? And then I immediately take ownership of it and responsibility of it and start planning. And then when I hear that question during the holidays, while I'm in like rapid speed chase to complete all these plans, and one of my kids says, "So what's the plan for the holidays?" I kind of like, are you kidding me right now? Like, how do you not know this plan? I'm in the plan of making a plan. The action of. Okay.
The action.
So now I'm
You're in the action
aware,
of.
as I'm hearing my story, this is a great thing. You're aware of hearing yourself and hearing what you sound like, and then you can kind of take a look at that and have another level of awareness, right? And that's the goal. The goal is to just start being aware of how you are answering questions, and then notice
What's going on in
how
your head?
other people do too. And then you're aware of the fact that, okay, well, you know what? Maybe if someone is having a response that I'm not really sure of, maybe I need to perception check and just kind of check in and say, so here's what I'm hearing in my head. Is that correct? Can you clarify for me? And then it gives the person in which you're trying to relate to an opportunity to either say, yes, that's exactly what I meant, or no, what I'm hearing or what I'm saying is this, right? So awareness. Having an awareness that we all, can experience the same question or experience the same things in life,
Completely different.
but all have really different responses. Yeah.
Depending on what was he called? What'd you call it before? The lens that you're looking through?
Yeah. Because we're looking at
Based
life
on your
through our,
shit?
in a sense, but also your goodness.
Absolutely.
I have a lot of experiences in my life that lead me to believe that feeling positive and feeling good works. And so I make my decisions based on the stories that I hear in my head that are good like that. Not everybody hears that. Some people think I'm really annoying for thinking everything has got a positive. That's the story in their head. And that's mine. I'm just right. Okay, so next question.
Next question.
I just lost the screen again.
Baby. You're talking too much in between. Get to the questions.
Okay, so if you're just getting here, we're playing a game, 8 Questions to Awareness. And it's an awesome explanation of the story that goes on in your head when these questions or experiences come up. And what is quickly going on in your head right away and what you are reacting to based on how you've always spoken to that answer. And sometimes it's without the awareness of the other person and their story in their head. So we're answering a bunch of questions and it's hysterical listening to the differences that we have in our answers. So question number 7, we're almost to the end. It's the weekend, a day off, a work day off where it's just your free day. You have nothing planned. You could do whatever you want.
Me first?
Yeah, what's going on in your head?
I can do whatever I want, okay. I'm definitely sleeping in on those days. The first day pops into my head, even though I know I should probably wake up early and do something really productive.
Story in his head.
Story in my head.
Yeah, story in his head.
I'm actually more likely going to wake up probably about 9:30. Maybe.
Wait, why can't you commit to a time?
I don't know, because I maybe I want to snooze. I don't know.
Snooze button.
Snooze button. Yeah, snooze button. Then I'm going to get up and have a cup of coffee. I want to have a cup of coffee. I want to go out in the backyard. I want to go on the patio. I want to go on the balcony. I want to go somewhere outside and just enjoy my cup of coffee. Kind of ease into my day. Maybe have a conversation with you. Maybe sit there in the backyard and just meditate a little bit. Just kind of relax into my day and decide what the hell I want to do. I don't want to set too many plans for the day, but I'd like to have maybe some structure. And what I mean by structure is like, okay, well, I live by the beach, right? So structure is we could do something coastal. Do something coastal today. I definitely want to go somewhere near the ocean if this is a perfect day. I want to spend some time on the beach, spend some time in the ocean. But I want to work out too. I want to get a little workout in. I want to get my juices flowing. So, cup of coffee, perfect day. I'd go to the gym first, maybe get a little 30, 45-minute workout in just to get things flowing, nothing too heavy. Get the pre-party pump going if we're going to go to the beach. I got to get the PPP. If Jason Edwards is on here, he knows exactly what I'm talking about.
He just sold you out. His friend.
So, yeah, that's my perfect day. It definitely includes relaxing. It includes beach time. It includes coffee. It includes doing something fun outside. That's my perfect day. What Jason said?
Morgan.
What did he say? What did he say? Was he talking shit?
No. Okay. So the question is how did you answer that? Like, what was your...
Is he telling me I need to get up earlier?
Uh-huh.
Is he telling me... Okay, so you're telling me I need to get up at 6:30 on my days off? All right. That's the voice of my head was telling me the same thing. So you're in my head. He's in my head.
Exactly.
So I can bullshit out of my head.
So I kind of go through the first thing, and if I'm not gonna lie, and I felt like a little influenced by your response. That's why I almost feel like it would be even less biased if we wrote the questions down secretly and then read it. So at first, the first thing that came up in my head was, oh my gosh, I have a free day. What am I gonna do? Oh my god, I'm gonna do this. And I started making plans.
Oh yeah, list. Welcome to my days off. That weekend she described.
This is so exciting.
That's the part that I'm afraid of. Is the list going on in her fucking head of all the stuff that we're gonna do that day, which includes shit. Just keep going.
So
that's where shit came up for me.
Story in your head.
Story in my head.
So as I heard him, and maybe this is why we can potentially be really good balance for each other.
Potentially.
Is because
potentially
I will definitely listen to his day and be like, oh, that sounds good though. Maybe I want to do that. Maybe you should just sleep in too. When was the last time you slept in? So then my story in my head started to change a little bit, right? But I had the awareness of what my first thought that popped in. And I also was able to observe myself in that moment and have the awareness of how my story was changing based on what I was experiencing through him energetically. And that's a great big deal because people, we come with our own big ball of energy. We come with all of our stories in our heads and we enter the room that way. And we don't even realize we're doing it, bless our hearts. But we enter a room and we enter space with all the stories in our head. And when we do that, we don't realize that we're entering space with that many other people that have all the stories going on in their head too, right? So if at any one point we're not real aware of our own energy, when we step out of ourselves, it can really, really affect the nature of what's going on energetically amongst the room that you're in, or just one-on-one with someone. So throughout this week, I really efforted to create some alignment, and even having those little timeouts during the day just to check in and to check in with you, and to kind of sprinkle this little infectious, energetic timeout, so that we could time out of all the distractions in our life, time out of the stories in our heads, and tune in to ourselves, so that we could just, okay, find the center of my being. There you are. Okay. Because when we're there, sometimes the stories in our head don't swirl so much. And then when we enter a room with other people with stories in their heads, we have an awareness of the difference, without judgment, without massive reactions, without taking it personal, right? So
you make it sound so easy.
Oh, that's my job. By the way, that's my job to make it easy, right?
So hold on,
just like you go to work and you're a digital guy, and it's your job to make digital look easy.
Story going on in my head. Wow, I wish I could fucking do that.
Yeah, well, and you know what? That's a great story, and I think we all have that story going on in our head.
Yeah.
I mean, I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just depends on what you're attempting to do and where you're hanging out. And I say this all the time. Be really mindful with whom you're sharing your space with.
Yeah.
Because if you want to hang out in a day with a bunch of people that are unaware, that's going to be exhausting. And that's going to be really energy sucking, and you're going to spend more time being a light person in the dark than you will being a light person in the light. And here's the deal. This old energy where people believe that they have to go through sacrifice and suffering to get ahead or rise, that's just old energy. I'm not making it right or wrong. It's just old energy. You can actually feel good and be around aware people that also know that feeling good creates more feel-good moments. And more awareness that you have will attract other aware people, right? So think about it. When you are in an awareness, a state of awareness, you're holding that vibration of that energy, and other people will align that are also in that same space. Now that's bittersweet, right? Because there are some people that are in a really funky place. And raise your hand if you've ever been hanging around them and you've been having a great day, and all of a sudden it's like you hit a brick wall because you've absorbed that energy, and you might have not been aware before you were walking in to kind of, okay, step into awareness. So you just walked in all happy go lucky, and then got fucking knocked out. and have you ever done that to somebody? I mean, that feels the worst when you know you're the one that's the funk that just collided somebody else. That's part of being human. It is. We all signed up for it. That's how we're getting a chance to learn our life lessons. So here's the deal. Embrace it. Embrace it and be yourself, because in yourself, self meaning your truth, when you're your most natural state, responding and letting your story go, you get to really have a great test, in the sense, test audience. You get to have a great opportunity to observe yourself and learn from what you're experiencing. That's a whole nother layer of experience. So take the time to tune in to your truth. And just like you saw he and I do, as we started to tell that story a little more and more and more, we were unfolding stuff that was underneath it, becoming more and more aware, right? So 8 questions to awareness. And it's a fun game. And honestly, play this with your kids. Play this with your, in your marriage. Play this in your friendships. Play this with people of all ages. It's not just about, we're obviously relating because we're in a relationship, but there's a lot of relationships out there, and see what the answers are from your kids, or see what the answers are from your parents, or from your aunts and uncles, or the mailman. I don't know. I think you get what I'm saying. But 8 questions to awareness that really help us realize how different our lenses are. And that no matter how much we kind of feel like we're alike and how much we love each other or love for a person, we're still looking at life. And when things come up and questions are asked or life experiences are had, we're experiencing them for our own individual lenses. And him and I could see the same train wreck, but have very different experiences of it because of who we are.
Yep.
And that in itself is the most beautiful sense of awareness, because when you really, really get good at that practice, you'll experience compassion. All right, we have one more question.
One more question.
Should I read them all from the top? Because some of you guys are just getting here. Hi, Gigi.
Hi, Gigi.
All right. Hi, Karen. Who's that? Kevin Tardo. Hello. Who's right above it? Hi, Angelo from Chicago, Auntie Rosie. All right, so if you guys are just getting here, our 8 questions that we've already asked. We'll start from the top.
7 we've asked.
Yeah,
We're
7.
on 8.
We've got one more to go. The first question is, and just answer it, the first thing that comes to your head. Hi, Gigi. All right, what's the first question, Gigi, that comes to your head when I say, what are you thinking right now? Okay? Second question. Are you ready? Do I look fat? Have I gained weight? The third question. Someone says to you, I'll be ready in 5 minutes. Question number 4. Someone says, it's that time of the month.
We got a little weird with that one.
Story going unsaid. Question number 5. During a fight with your friend or your partner goes out with some friends without you. What's the story going on in your head? Number 6. What are the plans for the holidays?
That one we went deep on too.
Number 7, the last question we just hit. It's the weekend or your day off and you have a day free to do whatever you want. What's the story going on in your head? All right. Hopefully you're all caught up by now. 8th question. 8th.
All right.
You'll notice
First thing comes to
the
my
number
head.
affinity.
8th
Okay.
question.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Your partner just posted an amazing picture of themselves on social media.
Ooh, it's a good one.
What is the story going on in your head about the comments from people in response to how amazing your partner looks in that picture?
First thing pops up in my head, every woman that's commenting on it, I'm totally okay with. Every guy that's fucking commenting on it, I'm searching his ass, I'm clicking on his shit, I'm checking out his profile, I'm figuring out if he lives close by, if we know him, who the hell it is, I've never seen this person before. That's what's going on in my head. What I'm actually doing, I'll try to be cool about it. I won't say shit, but I am going to do a little freaking investigation on that motherfucker. So, that's my truth.
All right, well, now I feel pressure.
So same question is posed to you.
So
I post a picture. Good looking picture of me. And I get a bunch of comments on it. Some guys, some girls. What's first thing to your head?
I would have the same exact response. I'm not sure if I maybe you should show me. How do you look up all the pages and stuff?
You click on their profile and you go to their
profile.
profile.
Okay, I've done that. I thought you had extra secret, because of your job, you know how to get into Facebook.
No,
I was like, oh my god, you know shit.
No.
So yeah, I think I would probably do the same thing. I think I'd have the same thing. And you know what I appreciate the most? And I would say to myself, because I love the people that, let's say, someone would say to you, "Oh, Morgan looks great enough," but they would say it through me, right? To me, like they would say, "Oh, Morgan looks so handsome," and they would comment on my feed, and just at the same time that they're commenting on yours. And I appreciate my friends that do that, because then it feels safer, I guess.
Yeah, I get that.
Than having someone I wouldn't know say, "Oh, you look hot," or something, right?
Yeah.
So you're kind of like, "Well, wait, who's that?"
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
That'll be the story in my head. So I guess the awareness comes down to, for me, is the certain things that I feel that come up in me, and what's under that is a sense of safety. And Jason, I think you said it earlier. If you trust, the relationship, and that there's no reason if someone goes out, you would
Talk
want
to you
them
soon, brother.
to,
Love
right?
you too.
And I think that feels good, right? Is when you have trust and you have that
Call me.
awareness, it changes everything. So, there you have it. There's our 8 questions to awareness.
Whew, that was fun.
And Jason's already texted him. I'm talking so much shit.
Woo!
Thank you for playing along with us. And, at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure we're all running out of Netflix series to watch. So I'm going to challenge you guys. I'm going to challenge you guys to put out some fun, entertaining feeds so that I can watch you guys be human and figure things out, and we'll play along with you. So I challenge somebody out there to put some content out, something that's entertaining, a little better than my Netflix right now, okay? And until then, you got your 8 questions to awareness.
Wash your hands.
Wash
your hands. 6 feet distance. Social distancing. Hopefully we get through this shit soon, people. This is, fun to hang out at home. I'm enjoying my commute down the hallway, but, on a serious note, hopefully this stuff passes us quickly. Everybody stay safe, and we love you.
All right. Until next time. Ciao.
Ciao.